today's world, the issue of illegal immigration has become increasingly complex and is drawing global attention. While Mexico is often mentioned, other countries also play a significant role in the flow of illegal immigrants into the United States. Join BabyEagle as we uncover the surprising origins of this migration and the reasons behind their journey. 10. Brazil. Brazil ranks as the 10th largest source of undocumented immigrants in the United States, with an estimated 195,000 individuals, which constitutes about 1.8% of the total unauthorized immigrant population. This figure underscores the profound socioeconomic and political challenges many Brazilians face. Economic instability, rampant inflation, and high unemployment rates push many to seek better prospects abroad, especially in the U.S. For countless Brazilians, the United States is seen as a beacon of opportunity, a land where jobs are more secure, wages are higher, and the prospects for economic advancement are significantly greater. In addition to economic hardships, political instability in Brazil has been a major driving force behind migration. The constant threat to safety, combined with the desire for political stability, makes the U.S. an appealing destination. States like Massachusetts and Florida host large Brazilian populations, providing a familiar environment for new arrivals. These communities help ease the transition by offering cultural familiarity and practical support. The migration trend from Brazil has deep roots, with significant waves of people arriving during the 1980s and 1990s due to severe economic crises. Many arrived legally but overstayed their visas, while others entered the country illegally. The history of Brazilian migration is marked by both hope and hardship, highlighting the complex push-pull factors that drive individuals to seek a new life in the U.S. It also reflects the urgent need for comprehensive immigration reform, which addresses both the forces pushing people out of Brazil and the pull of the American dream. 9. Colombia. Colombia comes in at number 9, contributing roughly 201,000 undocumented immigrants to the U.S., which is around 1.8% of the total unauthorized population. The primary reasons for Colombian migration are tied to the country's long-standing issues with political instability, violent conflict, and economic struggles. For many Colombians, the U.S. offers not only a chance for economic prosperity, but also safety from the pervasive violence that has plagued Colombia for decades. Large Colombian communities have formed in cities like Miami and New York, where neighborhoods like Jackson Heights in NYC and Doral in Florida offer familiar cultural connections, such as Colombian food, music, and language. These communities help immigrants feel at home and provide a sense of belonging. However, being an undocumented immigrant in the U.S. is far from easy. Many face significant challenges, including limited access to health care and employment, as well as the ongoing fear of deportation. Despite these difficulties, many Colombians are motivated by the hope of a more secure and stable future for themselves and their families. This journey, which combines aspirations for economic opportunity and safety, also reflects a deep cultural resilience. For many, the pursuit of a better life is not just about survival, but the hope of a brighter future for the next generation. 8. China. China ranks 8th among the countries with the largest number of undocumented immigrants in the U.S., with approximately 241,000 individuals, representing 2.2% of the unauthorized immigrant population. Many Chinese immigrants initially come to the U.S. on student or work visas, attracted by the promise of better job opportunities, a higher standard of living, and more personal freedoms. However, once in the U.S., the pull of these opportunities often leads them to overstay their visas. Chinese immigrants tend to settle in major metropolitan areas like New York and Los Angeles, where established Chinatowns and cultural centers provide a sense of community. Initially arriving for educational purposes, many Chinese students decide to stay after completing their studies, hoping to secure employment and enjoy greater personal freedoms. The decision to stay in the U.S. is influenced by a variety of factors, particularly the restrictive political environment in China and the desire for greater economic freedom. The Chinese immigrant experience is often shaped by the intersection of educational aspirations, career ambitions, and the challenges of living without proper documentation. It reflects a broader narrative of seeking personal freedom and opportunity while navigating the complexities of immigration law. 7. Venezuela. Venezuela holds the 7th position, with an estimated 251,000 undocumented immigrants residing in the U.S., making up about 2.2% of the total unauthorized immigrant population. The ongoing political and economic turmoil in Venezuela has forced millions of its citizens to flee in search of safety, stability, and a chance at a better future. The country has been ravaged by hyperinflation, severe food shortages, and a breakdown in both social and political structures, transforming Venezuela into a perilous place for many of its people. In light of this, the United States has become a symbol of hope for those escaping the dire conditions in their homeland. Many Venezuelan immigrants settle in states like Florida, where well-established communities already offer a sense of support and familiarity. Cities such as Miami have effectively become a second home to many, with Venezuelan-owned cafes, restaurants, and cultural venues that provide comfort and a touch of their homeland to newcomers. However, the reasons for their migration extend beyond the pursuit of better job opportunities. For many Venezuelans, the move to the U.S. is driven by the need to escape violence, political persecution, and instability. Their journey is not simply about economic opportunity, but about survival and the desperate need for safety. The resilience they show in the face of adversity highlights the profound human cost of ongoing political and economic crises in Venezuela. 6. Philippines. The Philippines is the 6th largest country of origin for undocumented immigrants in the U.S., with around 309,000 individuals, representing 2.8% of the total unauthorized immigrant population. For many Filipinos, the U.S. represents a land of opportunity, especially in industries like healthcare, where Filipino nurses and home care aides play a vital role. The desire to join family members already established in the U.S. is another significant factor, often facilitated through family reunification visas. Filipino communities are well established in states such as California, New York, and Texas, where they have made substantial contributions to the cultural and social fabric of the country. Their presence is especially felt in the culinary world, as Filipino cuisine, including dishes like adobo, lumpia, and halo-halo, continues to grow in popularity across the U.S., adding a rich layer to the nation's diverse food scene. However, for Filipino immigrants, the journey to the U.S. is often driven by more than just the search for economic opportunity. It's about family, community, and providing their children with better prospects. The Filipino commitment to hard work, optimism, and strong family bonds enriches the U.S., making Filipino immigrants a testament to the enduring power of community and the pursuit of the American dream. 5. India. India ranks 5th among countries with the most undocumented immigrants in the U.S., with around 400,000 individuals, making up 3.6% of the unauthorized immigrant population. Many Indian immigrants come to the U.S. through work, study, or business visas, especially in fields like technology, engineering, and business. The U.S. provides ample opportunities for highly skilled professionals, particularly in tech hubs such as Silicon Valley, which has become home to a large Indian workforce. States like California, New York, and Texas have thriving Indian communities, offering strong support networks for new immigrants. These communities help preserve Indian culture and traditions, including festivals like Diwali and Holi, which have gained widespread recognition and are now celebrated across the U.S. Indian cuisine has also found its place in American food culture, with dishes like curry and trendy street foods like chaat becoming increasingly popular in cities nationwide. For many Indian immigrants, the U.S. represents a place where both professional and personal aspirations can be realized. The Indian diaspora has made significant contributions to the American tech industry, with many high-profile tech entrepreneurs and engineers having roots in India. These contributions have helped shape the U.S. economy, driving innovation and growth in various sectors. Beyond technology, Indian entrepreneurs have also made their mark in other industries, further enriching the country's cultural and economic landscape. In sum, Indian immigrants are a vital part of the U.S., contributing not only through their professional achievements, but also by sharing their rich cultural heritage, making the country a more diverse and dynamic place. 4. Honduras. Honduras ranks fourth in the number of undocumented immigrants in the U.S., with an estimated 564,000 individuals, representing 5% of the total unauthorized immigrant population. The primary factors driving this migration are extreme violence, rampant gang activity, and severe poverty. For many Hondurans, migrating to the U.S. is seen as the only viable way to escape daily threats and provide a better life for their families. The journey to the U.S. is often fraught with danger, requiring migrants to navigate perilous routes through Central America and Mexico. The arduous trek can take a significant toll, leaving many migrants exhausted, injured, or traumatized by their experiences. Upon reaching the U.S. southern border, Hondurans often arrive in a state of physical and emotional distress, having endured dangerous conditions for weeks or months. Once they enter the U.S., many Hondurans settle in cities with large Latino populations, where they can find a sense of community and support. These established neighborhoods offer familiarity and resources that help ease their transition, such as cultural hubs, community organizations, and shared language. Despite the overwhelming challenges they face, including limited access to legal protection and resources, Honduran migrants exhibit remarkable resilience and determination. Their pursuit of safety and stability for their families reflects their unwavering hope for a better future. Honduran immigrants' stories of courage and perseverance underscore the ongoing need for comprehensive immigration reform, which addresses both the dangers they flee from and the opportunities they seek in the U.S. 3. El Salvador. El Salvador ranks third among countries with the highest number of undocumented immigrants in the U.S., with around 751,000 individuals, which accounts for 6.7% of the total unauthorized immigrant population. The primary drivers of migration from El Salvador are gang violence, widespread poverty, and high unemployment rates. The situation in the country has become increasingly dire, with many families living in constant fear for their safety, due to the pervasive threat of violence. For many Salvadorans, migrating to the U.S. represents a desperate escape from the dangers of their home country. The U.S. is viewed not only as a land of economic opportunity, but also as a sanctuary from the escalating violence and criminal activity, particularly from the gangs that control much of the country. Migrating to the U.S. is often seen as the only viable option for those seeking to protect their families and secure a better future. Once in the U.S., many Salvadorans settle in states like California and Texas, where large Salvadoran communities provide a support network that helps newcomers adjust to their new lives. These communities play a key role in preserving Salvadoran cultural traditions, from food to music, and they celebrate important holidays and festivals that keep their heritage alive. Despite the immense challenges they face, Salvadoran immigrants display incredible resilience and hope. Their stories of survival and perseverance underscore the urgent need for compassionate immigration policies that address both the immediate safety concerns they face and their long-term aspirations for a better life. 2. Guatemala. Guatemala ranks second among countries with the largest number of undocumented immigrants in the U.S., with an estimated 780,000 individuals, accounting for 7% of the total unauthorized immigrant population. Like their Salvadoran neighbors, many Guatemalans migrate to the U.S. to escape the harsh realities of poverty, violence, and a lack of opportunities. For them, the U.S. offers a chance to break free from these challenges and find hope for a more secure and prosperous future. Guatemalan immigrants often settle in states such as Texas and California, where large and well-established communities provide crucial support and a sense of belonging. These communities help new arrivals adjust to their new lives in the U.S. while preserving their cultural traditions. Guatemalan cuisine, music, and festivals play an important role in maintaining cultural ties, creating spaces where new generations can stay connected to their roots. One of the defining features of the Guatemalan immigrant experience is the strong bond to family. Many Guatemalan migrants continue to send remittances back home, providing financial support to relatives still living in Guatemala. This act of support is a vital lifeline for many families, helping to alleviate the financial burdens in their homeland. The Guatemalan migration story is one of resilience, sacrifice, and a deep desire to build a better life for the next generation. These immigrants demonstrate incredible determination, driven by the hope that their efforts will provide their children with greater opportunities and a brighter future. 1. Mexico. Mexico tops the list with an estimated 5.2 million undocumented immigrants, representing nearly 46% of the total unauthorized immigrant population in the U.S. Mexican immigration to the U.S. has deep historical roots, with generations of individuals crossing the border in search of economic opportunities, political stability, and to reunite with family members. Over the decades, Mexican immigrants have made profound contributions to American society, especially in sectors such as agriculture, construction, and hospitality. Their work has been essential to maintaining various industries in the U.S. Mexican immigrants have also significantly influenced American culture, particularly in the realms of food, music, and holidays. Mexican cuisine, ranging from tacos and burritos to tamales and mole, has become a staple of the American culinary landscape. Festivals like Cinco de Mayo and Dia de los Muertos, as well as the vibrant sounds of mariachi and norteño music, have become integral to American cultural celebrations. While the U.S.-Mexico border often takes center stage in political debates and discussions, it's important to recognize the undeniable contributions of Mexican immigrants to American life. They have long been essential members of the U.S. workforce, from laborers to entrepreneurs, and their presence continues to shape and define the cultural, social, and economic fabric of the nation. The enduring relationship between the U.S. and Mexico is one built on shared history, deep familial ties, and a complex exchange of culture and labor. As we explore the top 10 countries of origin for undocumented immigrants in the U.S., it's clear that migration is driven by a mix of economic hardship, violence, political instability, and the hope for a better life. These numbers represent real people fleeing difficult circumstances in search of safety and opportunity. The trends we see are deeply connected to global political and economic systems, highlighting the challenges of creating a fair immigration system. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share your thoughts on immigration in the comments below, and stay tuned for more content like this. Thanks for watching.